In an effort to complement Government of Zimbabwe efforts to empower persons with disabilities in Harare and Bulawayo, organizations have united to launch an innovative training program.
My name is Nicolas. I'm a project officer with Sightsavers for the Economic Empowerment Project that we are implementing here in Zimbabwe. Specifically, this project is being implemented in Harare and Bulawayo, where we are targeting individuals with disabilities for waged employment and entrepreneurship or self-employment. In Harare, we are looking to support and work with individuals, 240 individuals with relevant formal qualifications that will be identified and supported for soft skills and hard skills. And also in Bulawayo, we are working with 120 individuals, some entrepreneurship supported soft skills and hard skills. This project was mainly informed by the labor market assessment that we conducted sometime in 2022, which informed us of the gaps that exist within the Zimbabwe labor market space, and hence we are trying to strengthen systems both in the labor market and also in the financial market in terms of, number one, building capacity of individuals with disabilities, and also building the confidence of employers and financial institutions such that they can be able to employ and also extend credit to those people with disabilities who are looking to start and run their own businesses. Ideally, we are complementing government efforts, focusing on the National Development Strategy, and we are working with the mantra of leaving no one behind in enhancing economic opportunities for people with disabilities. And we are also working with support from the Department of Disability Affairs in working towards establishing what we call the National Business Disability Network, which is a network that is employer-led, and we will be working with a number of employers to foster inclusive work practices and also inclusive development as alluded through the mantra of leaving no one behind.
My name is Jeremy Sigome. Yes, I'm attending this program of disability empowerment where we are discussing or being taught the opportunities that is being availed by this Sightsavers organization and deaf women that is earmarked of looking for employment for the people with disabilities so that they can have access to equal opportunities, that is for employment, so that they'll be able to live an independent life without depending from handouts or from begging. They are being highlighting even opportunities that is being availed by the government, that is even free tertiary education for the people with disabilities that can go and register. Even she has cited the University of Zimbabwe, you can go and just once you get the place there, the government will pay everything for you. Then she was talking also on other issues like we have got you can get free tax if you are employed and you are disabled. You can go to Zimra and register so that they can be exempting you from paying even pay as you earn.
Representing persons with disabilities, Sightsavers Zimbabwe, deaf women included, DWE, Federation of Organizations of Disabled People in Zimbabwe, FODPZ, and the National Association of Societies for the Care of the Handicapped, NASCOH, have joined forces to economically empower persons with disabilities in Zimbabwe.
I think my appeal to government is let them, like this bill, even appeal to government through parliament so that they can speed up the process, so that this disability policy becomes the law, so that it can be implemented well. Then my other appeal, let it not be just a law, but let it being funded. The government, let them fund these programs so that they can be able to be executed, because you can be written in books, but without support, financial support from the government, even from other partners that can work with the government, the laws itself cannot help the disabled community or the disabled constituents. I think they need to do the practical side so that every disabled person should benefit from government policies and from these trainings.
This year we are enrolling project titled Economic Empowerment for People with Disabilities, with the mandate to try and increase their employment, their chances and opportunity to get employment in the formal sectors. So we are working together now in partnership with NASCOH as well as with FODPZ, supported by Sightsavers. We are also working with the Government of Zimbabwe, specifically the Disability Affairs in this project, in trying to make sure that we can increase the opportunities for people with disabilities to get employment here in Zimbabwe. We are also working with several companies here in Zimbabwe that we have taken on board on this project, so that they can also assist us with employment opportunities, which we can link our people with disabilities to those vacancies. So we are training these people with disabilities that we have scouted, and we are training them in what we call Accenture courses. These are courses that are aiding to their professional careers, so that they may find it easy when they find the employment. So after the courses, now they go what we call the mentorship process, where we also scout individuals from the companies that we are working with, which are going to mentor these people, so that at the end, when they finally get the opportunity to secure employment, they are at a better level, and now we have a better understanding on how they should conduct and how they should work. We are also training these companies that we have on board to be disability confident, so they cannot be afraid to employ people with disabilities, and also empower them with skills and information they need to actually accommodate people with disabilities, so that we can all as a country realize that the SDGs of 2030 of leaving no place and no one behind.
The comprehensive program aims to train 152 individuals with disabilities in Harare, followed by 120 in Bulawayo, equipping them with essential skills and techniques across various sectors to secure qualifications and employment opportunities. This initiative goes beyond traditional training models by actively engaging employers to foster an inclusive work environment that embraces the valuable contributions of persons with disabilities.
This project is being implemented with 3 implementing partners. At Sightsavers, we have identified the 2 umbrella bodies here in Zimbabwe, the National Association of the Care of the Handicapped, NASCOH, and the Federation of Disabled Persons of Zimbabwe, FODPZ, together with 1 downstream OPD partner, which is Deaf Women included. So these are the 3 implementing partners who are 100% on the ground to implement, and we are also working with the Employer Confederation of Zimbabwe in terms of reaching out to employers and building sustainable, inclusive work practices. In terms of the expectations, is also guided by the labor market assessment. People with disabilities were afraid to apply for jobs because of discrimination, exclusion, segregation, amongst others. And hence, this project is coming in to build the capacity of individuals with disabilities. This project is also coming in to build the capacity of families, as we understand that stigma happens at family level. So we are working towards what we call a social behavior change, where we are trying to target and demystify stigma and discrimination at family level. So hence we, for example, today we are gathered here for the onboarding session, when they were also conducting family dialogues with family members of those project participants, so that we demystify the attitudes that and perceptions that exist at family level, and hence we will be able to change and build the capacity of individuals. And we have a number of employers who also have shown interest in terms of partnering with us, and we will continue our elaborative and advocacy efforts so that we can help the employers come on board and establish the National Business Disability Network and lead Zimbabwe on the platform for the Global Business Disability Network, is governed by the ILO, and complement government efforts. As we speak today, there is a launch for guidelines on inclusive employment, which is being done by our parent ministry, and we are happy to be complementing such efforts being done and initiatives being done by the ministry and the government.
We are implementing an economic empowerment project together with FODPZ and the Deaf Women included, supported by Sightsavers. The project is aimed at ensuring that persons with disabilities have enhanced the opportunities of also getting employed in formal employment sector, and also starting their own businesses. So as NASCOH and the women included, we are focusing on the employment side, and the FODPZ is focusing on the entrepreneurship side. So what we are doing is we send out applications and call for applications, and they apply. When they apply, those who would want to get employed, then we also train them in soft skills using the Essential platform. And after that training, then we engage also potential employers, companies, private companies, and also even the government, to ensure that they are also included in their databases, and also they get access to employment opportunities that will be available. So that's what we are doing, and we are targeting around 240. So currently we are onboarding about 50 persons with disabilities who are seeking for employment. That's what we are doing right now, and we call for support from everyone.
This unprecedented effort not only aligns with the government's initiatives, but also supplements them, underscoring the critical need to accelerate the implementation of the Disability Bill into law in Zimbabwe. The organizations behind this initiative have issued a compelling appeal to the authorities, urging swift action to enforce legislation that will further support the economic and social inclusion of persons with disabilities. This transformative collaboration represents a significant step toward dismantling barriers, fostering an environment where individuals with disabilities can actively participate in the workforce, contributing their unique talents and perspectives to the nation's economic growth and development.